Hello, hello. Welcome on in. Why is that not displaying anything? Hello, Stardrop. How are you? Good to see you. Zelda Parker, welcome on in. Good day to be at home, though. Yes, I had absolutely wonderful time at lunchtime. Just sitting on the sofa, listening to the thunderstorm outside, feeling that cool, refreshing breeze come through. Oh, so good. And yeah, I feel a bit more awake and alive, and I'm not sure how much of that is due to the change in weather and how much is due to the fact that I have a week and a half left at work, and it's starting to dawn on me, like every now and then I'm just, it's just hitting me. Oh right, I'm not going to be working at current job for much longer. And like I'm going to have more free time and mana to be able to do things that I like for me. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, it's coming. Like it's dawning on me in stages, and each time I think, oh wow, yeah, okay, I realize, yes, I'm quitting. But then there's like a whole other level because I've been at this job for 7 years. I've had some holiday time. I've had holiday time as long as 3 weeks, I think, was the longest one I took. But it's different, you know? It's different from like taking a holiday and knowing that, okay, you have 2 weeks left until you gotta go back to work. You can't really unload everything that you know from your head. All of that useless trivia and stuff that you need to do your job. It's the opposite of dread. That's a nice way of putting it, yeah. So yeah, feeling pretty good all up. I hope everyone else is doing well. It is Monday. Happy Monday. Uh, we're almost getting through February now. And we're almost getting through Serpent as well. Uh, Various spoilery things have happened, so if you're tuning in late, be aware. Could be spoilers. But we're progressing pretty good through the main quest, and we have some stuff to do today. We have a look at the game. Uh, Update on the Poppycat. I think Poppycam 2 has died. Should we try? Well, whatever it is, it's not producing an image anymore. And Poppycam 1 is pointing at the floor. Hopefully, Poppy will emerge. She has spent most of the day underneath the bed, of course, because of the storm. And although the storm has gone now, I think she's discovered that it's actually quite comfortable and cozy under there. So, yeah, we might not see her emerge until later, maybe when she gets the hungries. And I forgot to update my webcam's exposure settings so everything's blurry again. And then hopefully after a well-deserved rest, we can play the grand finale of the series, Ultima 8. We will get to it, Stardrop. We will absolutely get to it. And I have thoughts and opinions on it, and the sequel to the finale, the non-canonical fan game sequel. Yeah. I think what we'll do is we'll have like a little palette cleanser kind of game, like just a little one-off here and there game. Plus, I might be able to do like some other game on an off day during the week because no work, more brain space, more mana. We'll see how it goes. I will not promise anything because I know how that goes. I want to see if I can fix Poppycam 2 because it says it's got battery, but we don't have a picture coming from it, and it might be that exposure thing again. There we go. I've just realised I have no idea what you play other than RPGs and games about urban gorillas. Well, when I started Stardrop, I started off streaming playing Elite Dangerous because a friend of mine was also streaming Elite Dangerous at that time. And it's a fun game. And my streams were pretty bad. I didn't have bitrate settings set up correctly. The game was pretty laggy anyway. But yeah, I did that. And then I did like a little retro kick over... I think it was over the end of year break, where I played like Alone in the Dark and Tyrion 2000 and Inner Worlds, and you know, just a little bit of random DOS games, although with Alone in the Dark I did finish it on stream. And through doing that I kind of got to know some of the retro streamer community, especially the retro Australian streamer community, and they are lovely. And I realized, yes, I definitely want to make retro DOS games my main focus. I'm still going to play modern games. Like, I've played Dishonored 2 on stream, Dishonored 2 Death of the Outsider. I want to play Prey on stream. Lots of games. Soma. Soma's a lovely one. So it's a bit of a mix. It's mostly just like whatever I like, because you don't want to be streaming a game that you're not having fun playing, because then nobody else is going to have fun playing it either, or like watching you play it. Yeah. This is why I've been able to stream Serpent Isle, which... Let's go to the game scene. This is why I've been able to stream Serpent Isle even when I've been extremely, amazingly stressed about work and extremely fatigued due to lack of iron in my blood and the other assorted hormones that I can be lacking on that also cause different kinds of fatigue. And with Serpent Isle, it's just such a great game, and I have such amazing heavy nostalgia for it. I knew I could keep playing this even with like 2 brain cells left to rub together. Unless you're really good at being angry about it, there's probably a market for hate playing. I'm sure there is. Yeah. Like, there's... On Twitch, there's the other corners where, like, people play League of Legends for some reason. And it's all about showing off your skills or whatever. I don't know. So, last stream, we did a little tour of all of the cities and discovered that there's quite a lot of carnage that's happened. A lot of bad things. It's not our fault, it's Batlin's fault. But we did kind of enable it to happen by bringing 3 warm bodies to the final confrontation with Batlin. And we're here in the ethereal void where the Serpent Gate network is set up. And just 3 automatons hanging out, having dinner together. These are my buddies, my new friends, who are much more reliable than my old friends. And we can plan out what we want to do next. We've been mapping out more of the gate locations because we got a whole bunch of serpent teeth off of Batlin. And I actually realized off stream while I was tidying up inventory, we got another tooth from the Gwenno, which we haven't installed yet, so we don't know where it goes. Annoyingly, the J hotkey for the Serpent Jawbone does not work while you already have inventory open. So, let's see where this goes. It's that one. And is it this door here? It is. So this will take us to the Sunrise Isle, which we don't need to go to yet. But yeah, this is where we'll end up later. Big old temple. Lots of pedestals. Lots of items to put on pedestals. It's like the culmination of all of your training in Serpent Isle, of put item on pedestal. So, what's next? Why do I have this on the floor? Translation. Sure, give me that. I'll probably use it later. Let me think. Yes, I remember now. So Carnax had asked us to go talk to Fedabiblio about the scroll of the Serpent that he has. And as we know, Fedabiblio is turned to stone and stuck in a T-pose. But we found this philanderous friend over in Vesculio's lab. And as it happens, that's the item we need, possibly, according to the kids, to make Fedabiblio move again. So let's try that. Where is Moonshade? This way. I also spent some time cleaning up some of the bodies. I haven't cleaned up Gustachio's body. Hey son, how are you? Welcome in. Here's Gustachio's body. I haven't touched it because he actually has some stuff on him that is plot relevant. To Gustachio, wisest of mages. The mundane outsider, Poggers, carried with her a very rare and powerful weapon. The blade gained its considerable power from a daemon bound within the blade by a most puissant enchantment. I would very much like to study the mundane's blade. Unfortunately, Poggers released the daemon from the sword in order to escape from the mountains of freedom. I wonder, how doth a mere mundane obtain such a weapon? Dr. Yasmin, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Take a shout out, why don't you? Been doing some more Dark Souls? Or Tachyon Dreams, the bloated can of space root beer. I am not familiar with that. Doing great? Yeah, the I don't know about you, but the weather around here has improved considerably. With the storm passing through, it's cooled down, and I'm feeling much more alive. How does Mundane obtain such a weapon? Now the blade needs to have its sorcerous energies realigned if it is to ever contain another bound spirit. Why would I need it to contain another bound spirit? Tachyon Dreams is this really cool little series of point-and-click adventures done by a guy on Itch, old Sierra text parser style, but without the soft locks and moon logic. I'm sorry, wait, you're saying it's in the style of Sierra text parser games, but without the soft locks and moon logic. What's left? Link it on the server. Thanks, please do. You can link it here if you like. There's no restrictions on URLs. And Applejacks, welcome on in. Applejacks, how are you? More Slay the Spire? Being bad at Amnesia the Bunker. Ah, yes, you were asking the orb last week whether you're going to finish it. Cosmic Void, itch.io. Oh, that's opening in my OBS browser. Okay, well, I'll just leave that there. So, someone noticed we were carrying around a big sword made of stone, and it had a demon inside. How they knew that, I don't know, because it only showed up when we were in the Mountains of Freedom. And we released the demon right there in the Mountains of Freedom to get out. So, they shouldn't know that. But okay, yeah, sword, empty of demon, but you could have its sorcerous energies realigned if you wanted to trap something else in there. Something, who knows. Thankfully got good progress done in the stream. Nice, good to hear, Apple. Oh, sorry, Applejacks? Apple? I don't know if I should shorten it. I did say on the tweeters that, like, oh yeah, the nice cool weather means I might be able to form coherent sentences, but no, Streamer Brain is in full effect right now. I could repair it if I could use thy flux analyzer. I know that the device was stolen from thee years ago. Hast thou ever recovered it? Melino. So, Blackrock Sword, Flux Analyzer. Interesting. And he's got a backpack full of some ingredients we don't care about. I found it in Skull Crusher! Ha! Nice. I think because we don't have Iolo, Dupre, or Shimino in the party, the game has decided, hey, yeah, the Avatar needs to announce this to herself. Streamer brain is rough. It is. So here we go, Automaton. No, don't hold the potions. Just grab Gustachio's body here, and we'll take it to be put with all the others. Someone needs to clean up these streets as well. Hey gang, how's it going? Can we put Gustachio's body on top of Pothos? Come on, there's room. There is totally room. I want to build a big stack. The problem with stacking bodies in Ultima games, or in Ultima 7 based games, is unlike all of your chests and crates and things, they don't have a very clearly defined hitbox that you can see. They should have the same hitbox, but it's a little difficult to see exactly where you're placing them. It gets even worse when you've got bodies that got rotated, because then they don't even match up with what you think you're putting them in. Oh, come on, game. I want to make a nice arrangement. Yeah, like that, there you see. His body was actually facing left, which is why I had such trouble putting it down on the ground. The Zenka monks have their work cut out for them with all these dead bodies. Working bee, yeah. Like, can we just... Hey, Thoxa. She must be busy. Well, the monks will get round to it. So let's see if we can get... what's his face? Fedebiblio. Out of his T-pose problem here. And turn him back into a person. 1,000 thanks. I'd feared that I would remain in adornment of this place forever, thanks to Shimino the Anarch. Shimino the Anarch? The first thing that thy monstrous companion did when he came into town was oust the Mage Lord and the Council of Mages. When they resisted his edicts, Shimino killed him. Thou wouldst not believe it, milady. The Anarch simply deflected all their spells. They had no effect at all. The Rangers became his instruments of chaos. Anything was allowed, as long as one held a permit from the Anarch. I do not know how many of us are left now. Seems that most of the manors are abandoned. Could do anything here? Many of the mages fell to the Anarch's wild justice. Others fell to the unorthodox magic of their fellow mages. And I found myself in the lamentable position thou didst find me in for not using death spells. I tried to save Captain Hawk from the Anarch, but my powers were not sufficient. As he lay dying, Hawk gave me this key. He said that it unlocked his sea chest at the Blue Boy Inn, and that the contents might be helpful someday. Yeah, I already looted the key off his body, and did that. As I think the key might be useful to thee, I'm giving it to thee. Left? The last thing I knew before I earned the Anarch's ire, Stefano was alive, though he was being pursued by some fell creature. Ducio yet lived, as did Tarisio, and I can only pray that Angio and Frelli escaped the notice of that monster. They did. And, so all of these houses are abandoned and ripe for looting now? Might not seem virtuous, but I would suggest that thou shouldst explore the empty manors for magical scrolls and other items which might be of use in thy quest. Way ahead of you, my guy. For instance, thou couldst perchance assemble a near-complete set of the fabled Serpent teeth. It was a coup to steal such an artifact from old Erstam, but now the trophies lie abandoned in the mansions. I know not what the powers of the teeth might be, but they might reveal their secret to thee. But beware of the automatons. Hey! Hey! That's racist. I am an automaton, my friends are automatons. There's nothing to be afraid of automatons. Well, that's awkward. Change the subject. Ah, thy mind is questing again. What shall we speak of now? How about some gratitude for me turning you back into a person? Thank thee for saving me. Now that I'm no longer imprisoned within stone, I can continue my researches. There must be some way to stop Shamino the Anarch. Oh, interesting. I think this bit of dialogue would be another companion interjection, except, of course, you're not supposed to have the companions at this point. Maybe some of, like, maybe Wilfred or whatever his useless face was. Yeah, sometimes I guess they've just got to write... Sorry. Sometimes you've just got to write dialogue for the avatar and put it in your mouth. I seek the scroll of the Serpent, sir. The ancient scroll? Be warned, it's written entirely in the ancient runes of the daemons who once dwelt in this land. Not obviously an issue because we all have magic to translate things, but I thought I'd mention it. I can understand none of it. It's a 4th level spell, guy. You can copy it out of my spellbook. It is said that Erstam translated portions of it, but the translation was lost many years ago. As a token of my gratitude, please accept this, the Scroll of the Serpent. Bye! So that one was that. Yep. Sure is written in that horrible daemon language. They do have quote marks, though. And I'm not sure what that symbol is. Maybe it's a comma or a full stop. The Universal Translator only works on languages that have been uploaded to the database. Oh wait, this language. Yeah. Never mind, the Universal Translator should indeed work. I mean, look at this one, right? It's the same symbol as this one, but rotated by 5 degrees. It's no wonder their civilization died out. Yeah. Jeez, this is a lengthy scroll. Okay. Was this a translate? It was. Alright, let's take a seat. This could be a long one. Automatons, you can read over my shoulder. I write this in great haste, for I can already hear the forces of order breaching the keep walls. I know not how this missive will survive to reach the outside lands, or, for that matter, future generations. Mine only hope is that this speedily drafted work will offer record of our hallowed philosophy. This is the same scroll that you find right at the start of the game in the hidden cave, except the one that you find at the start has Erstam's notes at the start of it saying, "Hey, Drogeni, I found this scroll. Here's my translation of it." And then he includes a lot of this excerpt in detail. So this is the original. Okay. Imagine if the Chaos and Order peoples decided serpents facing the wrong way were heretical and rewrote the script using only squiggles facing the one direction. I could see them doing that, actually. That would be pretty... That would be an interesting lore thing, though, right? Like, you could try and translate these things by hand, but you would have to figure out who the owner was and which system they'd decided to use. Or if the scroll was old enough, maybe it was written in the common version. My only hope is that this speedily drafted work will offer record of our hallowed philosophy. For our culture to have any chance of enduring the ages, someone, somewhere must find this. Please, reader, I beseech thee, spread the word of our peoples. Balance. The harmony between the principles of order and chaos is the one pure axiom we hold true. All three principles are symbolized in our hieroglyphs. The great earth serpent, keeper of balance, lies on a vertical plane, around which the two opposing serpents of chaos and order wrap themselves. Chaos and order each embrace three forces. These 6 forces, when combined, form the 3 principles of balance. The forces of chaos are tolerance, enthusiasm, and emotion. The forces of order are ethicality, discipline, and logic. Chaos. Tolerance is that which encourages the acceptance of all things. Enthusiasm is the energy that allows one to perform great tasks. Emotion is the ability to perceive those feelings that come from the heart as opposed to coming from the mind. Order. Ethicality is the belief that there is a great value in abiding by rules of conduct. Discipline is the drive to complete a task and avoid the distractions that will prevent its completion. Logic permits clear, reasoned thought, free from any instinctual biases. Balance. From the marriage between 2 forces, one each from chaos and order, come the principles. Tolerance and ethicality combine to form harmony, the ability to be at peace with the self, the individual, and the world. From the union of enthusiasm and discipline springs dedication, that which permits one to surmount obstacles and lead others. Finally, emotion tempered by logic results in rationality, the ability to comprehend life and understand the world around us. The forces of chaos and order must ever remain in balance, for imbalance leads to disaster. Witness the war-torn state of our world today. As thou canst surely see, my world hath been torn asunder by disregard for balance, our dearest axiom. If thou dost thrive in a time less violent, I can do no more than plead with thee to help restore balance to the Serpent Isle. I must end this brief explication here, for I can hear mine attackers pounding on the oaken door downstairs. I wish thee and thy world better fortune than mine own. Sithinos, the Great Hierophant. Alrighty. Let's take this back to Karnax and see what he makes of it. Let me drop off. This chest is my, or this crate is my library. I'll drop that off. And for the moment, we can drop off the Philanderous Friend as well. We will need it back later. Oh, and there's the Flux Analyzer. Should we try using the Flux Analyzer on the Blackrock Sword? We don't really have any cause to do so yet, but it's here. Flux Analyzer. Pew! Alright, that did something. Monk Isle is this way. Monks, hello. Hey Cantra, have you seen the monks? How hungry I am! Uh-huh. No one in the library. Gwenno, have you seen Karnax? I must sate mine hunger! Uh-huh. Alright. Maybe he's in the field. Nope. Are they watching movies? No, no one's at the drive-in. What time is it? Oh, it's really early. Still, I would expect that the monks probably get out of bed really early. And then do what? I have no idea. Nice little rooftop area here. Need to put some tables and chairs out here. The monks could turn it into a cafe as this little side hustle. Sell coffee to all of those people who are still alive. Well, this is Migim's cottage. He's not here. Don't know who lives here, but they're not here either. And neither is their food. Oh wait, there's someone. Hello! Hast thou returned with the scroll? Yes. Very good. Now, if I may see it, I may be able to unlock the secret to restoring thy lady friend. I have it now. That was quick. What is the secret? It all becomes clear. The Ophidians based all their beliefs on 6 virtues, and the consequences of an imbalance of these virtues are very dire. In fact, it sounds as if they could destroy the world. Oh no. Sounds bad. 6 virtues? The virtues are... Hey, Captain Sumi. Welcome on in. Enjoy your lurk. Have a quick shout out. Captain Sumi is my good friend who streams on Saturday nights my time, and she plays a lot of indie horror games, and you should check her out. Tolerance, ethicality, enthusiasm, discipline, emotion, and logic. The anti-virtues, when there is no balance, are... Hey, actually, we already read the scroll, and it doesn't mention the anti-virtues. At least not by these names. You're kind of just making these up, my dude. You are the best, James? Nah, you. When there is no balance are amorality, wantonness, insanity, prejudice, apathy, and ruthlessness. Where's anarchy, though? I think you missed one, guy, because amorality would be the opposite of ethicality, which is an order virtue. We know wantonness is the opposite of emotion because Dupre is the wantonness bane. Insanity is the opposite of logic. Hang on. I think amorality is meant to be anarchy. Yeah, I think so. Because the only anti-virtues that we encounter in the game are just the 3 of them for the Chaos Bane. So apathy, ruthlessness... Prejudice is obviously the opposite of tolerance. It's a bit vague when it comes to the Banes. Wantonness is enthusiasm without discipline, yeah. Did he really make up these anti-virtues? Thank you, Dr. Yasmin. Let's ask the magic orb in front of him as soon as we're finished talking to this guy. Interesting the way they use virtues and principles. In Britannia... people know not to remove the muffler on their cars so that when they're driving past, they can be nice and quiet. Principles combine to form virtues. On the Serpent Isle, virtues combine to form principles. Yeah. Yes. I will draw thee a chart so that it might be more clear. Thank you, Carnax. That would be great. And what are the consequences of this? Eventually, the world will destroy itself. Much like what is happening now, actually, now that you mention it. Within a person, like thy friend Gwenno, the lack of discipline would produce wantonness. Ooh. Much like the behavior she is exhibiting now. And Kantra? There does seem to be a cure, however. Ooh, what cure? According to this, thou shouldst have the victim drink the water from the temple dedicated to that virtue which the person lacks. It sounds as though thou shouldst bring water from one of the temples. I think that Migim doth have a book with maps of those ancient temples. Okay, I'll check up on him. Thank you. And you think this will cure Gwenno? Thy concern for this young woman is well warranted, I fear. Something has sorely affected her, for I do not believe that she could be so disturbed otherwise. Alright. See ya. Hey, Magic Orb. Is he on the level? Because we read the scroll, which I guess we've given to him now, and we've got this other crappy one in return. Cantra wants to eat your flesh. That sounds pretty enthusiastic too. Yeah. Like, both of them keep complaining about being really hungry, which is actually normal in terms of Ultima 7 companions, so I didn't really notice anything was wrong with them. What was I looking in here for? Pocket watch. Abacus. I know I was opening my backpack for some reason, and then I got distracted. Magic Orb, yes. It's in here somewhere. There we go. Oh, Magic Orb. Did Karnax really just make up those anti-virtues? The Magic Orb reads, I would not count on it. Well, maybe he saw some little footnote on the scroll or something that I missed when I was reading it. I guess we can't check now because he's taken it away from us. Also, he didn't cast Translate or anything, so I guess he can just read Serpent runes natively? They do have this rather useful thing in the library, though. The Lens of Translating, which, when you cast it, just casts Translate for you. Ah, good question, Dr. Yasmin. Oh, Magic Orb. Did Karnax misinterpret the scroll? The Magic Orb reads, Trust thy friends not. Slay them instead, Avatar. Sounds good, yeah. Yeah, we'll get on that. We're kind of... That's kind of the quest at the moment that we're on. So let's have a look at this summary that Karnax made. Virtues: tolerance, enthusiasm, emotion, ethicality, discipline, logic. Anti-virtues: anarchy. Ah, hello. Instead of amorality, he's written anarchy here. Wantonness, insanity, prejudice, apathy, ruthlessness. And apparently Migim, who is definitely here somewhere, can help us with a map of the temples. We already have access to like 4 of the temples via Serpent Gate, but there are 2 that we're missing. Maybe Migim's at his little hut. Yes, he is. Hey. Welcome to Monkal, Poggers. Feel free to visit me in the library while thou art here. Is that a polite way of telling me to bugger off and not visit you in your home? Hey, can you give me aid? I must be cautious in aiding thee, milady, but rest assured that I will prompt thee as much as possible. Right, I was told that you had like a map. We have quite a collection of diverse books and scrolls, all meant to help us aid thee on thy quest. Feel free to look at anything in the library, even if I'm attending to my chores. Yeah, diverse books and scrolls. Karnax said you had a thing. Poetry, astronomical observations, tide charts, and maps. Yes, maps. Everything that might provide some insight into the meaning of the prophecies. Maps. We have no maps to aid thee, I fear. But I know there is a book describing the old temples in the abbey. It is written in the Ophidian runes, of course, but thou canst use the lens of translating to aid thee in reading it. Go thou and find it. I am certain that it will help thee. Some help you are. Go and find it yourself, huh? Fine. Enjoy harvesting wheat all day long. Many diverse books and scrolls. Oh, was there a typo there, Carfish? Also, welcome in. How are you? Let's see what this one is. This is a poem by Minax. This is a squiggly writing book. The hero from another world must encounter again what he thought eradicated. The cause is good this time. No, just me doing a bad Pratchett impression. Ah, yeah, yeah. I see the hero from another land. In the frozen lands of the north, the hero seeks the wife of her oldest companion. A wall of ice doth prevent the hero from reaching the woman. The hero lifts a horn, the horn of the Gwani, to her lips and blows. The sound of the horn is deafening. The wall of ice is shattered. Yes, thanks, Zenka, we did that one. Zenka's Visions, Scattered Verses, Part 4. The hero from another world will meet the descendants of the Silver Captain under the sign of the Bull. The hero from another world will be betrayed by a follower of the other. Yep, did that one. Horticultural Notes, Mandrake Root. Yeah, we did that. Arax's Journal. I alone have managed to safely return to the surface. Mine arrogant curiosity was almost mine undoing. The ruinophidian structure in the caverns below the swamp is very dangerous. My companions fell to the blows of the undead. No monk should ever return there. These are control prophecies, so you know she's legit. I have taken the key that opens the gate to the air and hidden it in the hollow tree near the southeastern portion of the ruin in the swamp. I pray that no one shall ever find that key. So, of course, I've documented exactly where that key is, so that some curious person will go find it. Did we actually go look at this? I remember there was an area underneath the swamp or something like that, but I don't know if we've actually gone there. Horticultural Notes. The Berry Bush by Trexin the Gardener. I have discovered a wonderful plant that I have named the Berry Bush. Great naming, my guy. Like the first bush that has berries on it ever, and you've decided to call it the Berry Bush. How do you even know what a berry is? The fruit of this plant hath a wonderfully bittersweet, tangy taste. Furthermore, the bush doth grow well in our intemperate clime, and needs little maintenance to produce an abundant crop. Zenka's Prophecies, Scattered Verses, Part 1. Madness, madness is all I can see. The world hath turned inside out. The stars shine blood red. Men are beasts, beasts are men. Ashes, ashes. The end upon us all. Snakes leering in the void, dancing a dance of death. He names it after his friend Barry, who didn't know how to spell it. Yeah. Hey, Wedgie. Hello, James Neko. How are you? When is your last day at your current job? Any updates? I'm late to the stream. No worries. It's always good to see you. My last day is the 28th, so I've been slowly realizing, like it's been slowly dawning on me, like, I have like a week and a bit left before I finish. Like, wow. Okay, yeah. It's been 7 long years, and now it's winding up. It feels a bit unreal. The vision is over. I am without sight. Okay. What about this one? Zenka's Prophecies, Part 2. I see the hero from another world ringing the bells. I am not there. I'm dead. Ring the bells. Oh, joy. What sweet music the bells make. I'm dreaming. I hear the bells, and I wake. Sounds like necromancy if you ask me. Zenka's Prophecy, Scattered Verses, Part 3. I see the frozen waste. The hero from another world is there. I see men who are not men covered in fur. I see the hero from another world strike. No, the world is collapsing. I cannot breathe. Okay. What was this one? Yep, we saw that. This one needs translating. Things unsavory may often be necessary. All causes are not what they seem. What appears evil often can be good. Never discount. Always full price. Memoirs by Brother Marcus. In the middle of a stormy night, a deafening roar of thunder tore apart the heavens and woke us. It was to be followed by 5 rapid and resounding knocks on the main door. I rose out of bed, donned my sandals, and walked to the double doors. A desperate hand was pounding on the wooden frame. Most likely some belated traveller had been caught in the storm, I thought. As I half opened the door, a swift streak of lightning pierced dramatically across the clouds, illuminating the darkness. Through the slashing rain appeared the figure of a bedraggled man, a bedraggled yet with a certain stamp of nobility in his brow. Yet I did not recognize him. He rushed in, looking for the hearth. Several of my brethren helped him with dry clothes and a hot beverage. He said his name was Blackthorn, and that he had come a long way to seek refuge in our monastery. He thanked us sincerely, and then asked for hospitality, which we granted him. He said that he was on an exile from a land called Britannia, and that since his departure he had been roaming the seas in search of a haven. He stayed with us at the monastery for some time. We taught him from the writings of Zenka, whence he learned that birth, ranks, titles, power, and gold are meaningless, for this world is but a thoroughfare. We are all brought into this world equal in rights, and we depart from it carrying nothing with us but our deeds, good and ill. Huh. So that's what became of Blackthorn. He became a monk and learned some humility and is no longer an evil person at all. And we definitely won't meet him ever again. And have all of that reversed. Maybe he didn't misinterpret what he read, but did Karnax read it wrong because he didn't translate the scroll correctly? Good question. Oh, a magic orb. Is Karnax bad at translating? The magic orb reads, I must reply no. Okay, that's pretty definitive, Dr. Yasmin, I'm afraid. Poor Blackthorn. He was only bad because of the corrupting influences of the Shadow Lords. Is it even fair to exile him? Well, you know, you can't keep the guy around. He's learned his lesson now anyway. It's fine. Britannia will never again have Blackthorn trying to do things. Okay, Orb. Did Karnax have the wrong scroll altogether? Come on, Orb. Give us the details. Spill the tea. Did Karnax have the wrong scroll? The magic orb reads, I would not count on it. Yeah, I mean, he took the scroll from us. We don't have the scroll anymore. I'm sorry, Dr. Yasmin, but, like, Orb is saying otherwise. Do you come from the land Britannia, where gargoyles glow and vast flamia? Nice one, fish. Karnax was totally legit, yeah. One more book to read. Temples of Order. Of course, it's the last one we find. Took me so long to come up with the last bit. Oh, I don't know. It works well. Pilgrims, it is a great journey to visit the 3 Temples of Order. Do not let the obstacles sway thee from thy destination, for though the path is difficult, the rewards are many. Seek the fountains, for their water is the essence of the force which resides at that sanctuary. Imbibe the waters, and drink of the fruit of thy quest. The Temple of Ethicality is found near the coast, south of the Spinebreaker Mountains. It was built in such a way that those who come here may gain inspiration from the view. This is the first temple on the Pilgrimage of Order. Continue next to the Temple of Discipline. The western branch of the Spinebreaker Mountains is where the Temple of Discipline was carved out. Seek the Great Bay, then follow the eastern coast until thou dost reach the mountains. Continue east, and thou shalt be sure to find the entrance. Lastly, the Temple of Logic lies within the Glacier Mountains, with the entrance being in the southern tip of the mountain chain. There are many passageways until one finds the tests of logic which lead to the sanctum. Above all, do not mistake any Temple of Chaos for one of the Sanctuaries of Order, for in that path lies madness. Only order is fit for study. Chaos defiles all it touches. Thank you, Robotneko. I guess since Poppy is still hiding under the bed, that's fine. We'll just let the battery run out. Alright, well, we'll take this book as reference. And it sounds like we need to go to the Temple of Discipline and get some water for Gwenno. Handy bucket here. Yoink. Another handy bucket. Don't mind if I do. We probably want to stock up on this magic water. Now, I'm in two minds about how to handle this. What we could do, because we are already an automaton, is we could just go and get the water right now. But we also want to party it with Petra and bring her to the temple and do things there. I don't know. Let's save. And then we can at least go back if we've decided we want to do something else. Because I'm an automaton. My party is automatons. We should be fine doing this temple. But later we can possibly have fun with Petra and the body swap machine. I do want to be human temporarily in order to do some sneaky exploits and other things using the Serpent bond spell, which I can't use at the moment on account of being all metal. What does this button do? Opens that door. Cool. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? Some sort of sarcophagus here. All cool. One of these walls is going to be a false wall, I'm sure. Wall. There we go. Wall with a capital W. Hello. Are you some sort of order priest? Wakey wakey. There is a sneakily hidden chest here. Let's see what it's got inside. A key. Okay. What's in here? More squiggle writing. Do I still have another scroll? Sword Strike, Mind Blast, Core Sphere. We'll cast it. Translate. What's third circle even? Karnax should have no trouble. I mean, not Karnax. Fedibiblio. You would think Fedibiblio would be able to cast Translate. In memory of the countless soldiers who sacrificed their lives in the War of Imbalance. Mm-hmm. I don't think we can actually open this one up. Oh wow, lots of dead soldiers. Always gotta check. Who knows, might be loot. Also, this is interesting. This is one of those underground rooms which is actually... you know, we have our head sticking through the ceiling if there was a ceiling at the moment. So in theory, I could maybe walk up onto the edge of the wall there briefly before I get teleported. Right, so what does this sign say? Mind Transference Chamber. Yes, interesting. And this door is locked. Here we have some empty pedestals. Discipline of body. Discipline of environment. Discipline of mind. Okay. And there's the water. It's so close. Can't get at it. I don't suppose we can actually just, like, scoop up some from here? No. From here? That didn't work. There's a trap here in the altar for some reason, and again, I didn't know back in the day, but after reading various guides and things, it turns out you can cast Destroy Trap, not just on trapped chests, but on things that are shooting things at you, and remove that trap from bothering us. No, I don't really mind Transference Chamber. Here we have a little prayer room, I guess, and another button to push. Entry forbidden. That sign can't stop me, because I can't read without the aid of a spell. Hey guys, what's happening? It's a battle? How are you? What dost thou wish? Would you like to join us? Yes, master. I shall be thy servant. All right. How about you? What dost thou wish? What dost thou wish? Cool. If you didn't have the Create Automaton spell, you'd be able to make use of these guys. And, okay, so yeah, this was the Bane jail. This was where they kept one of the Chaos Banes. What's down this stairway? More dead soldiers, I guess. Many dead soldiers. And a whole bunch of soldiers that didn't get just interred, but were cremated, I guess. What's this say? Revere these remains, for they are the ashes of the brave initiates who sacrificed their bodies for the greater victory of order over chaos. Theirs are the minds that make the lords of discipline more than mere automatons. Their sacrifice will bring ultimate victory to our cause, for none can stand against an automaton with the will and discipline of an initiate. Right, so these were bodies that were cremated after being transferred into a automaton. Does Carnax have some kind of amnesia that caused him to forget what he read straight away and have to rely on his poor memory to recount what was on it? We're going to get to the bottom of this, Dr. Yasmin. We're going to get to the bottom of it. The orb knows absolute truth. Oh, magic orb. Does Carnax have some kind of explosive amnesia that caused him to forget what he read straight away and have to rely on his poor memory to recount what was on the scroll? The magic orb reads, answer hazy, thou shouldst try again later. Sorry. We'll give it another go in a sec. I wonder if any of them is Istanar. Presumably. I mean... Wasn't a no. Yeah, wasn't a no. Okay, so that area is a bit more for flavor. You could see my head really kind of go up into the darkness next to the door there. Weird. We should give his ashes to him as a birthday present. Hello, you look a little different from the other automatons. Soldiers, discipline, fountain, seek, meek, die in acid, automaton, fetches water, sleek, speak, squeak. Alright, automaton fetches water. Addies, handbook for the commissioned soldier. I think we've read this one before. Do thou not despair, General, for the arrows of discipline are well hidden. If thou hast need of them, I will provide them. Okay. And what's up here then? Little room with a very suspicious door. I mean wall. Alright, we've got a obsidian Y shape. Probably goes on a pedestal somewhere. And a key. And some books. Our Great Leaders by Shilnar. The religion of our great nation must have leaders, worthy leaders. These are things, events and ceremonies that require a person of great trust. The nation has decided to choose trustworthy people for these positions and give them certain ranks. Full of respect do we call the leader of the Shrine of Balance our Great Hierophant. Only the Great Hierophant can perform the important ceremonies at the Great Shrine of Balance. During those ceremonies, however, he receives help from the leaders of the Shrine of Order and Chaos. They have the rank of Order Hierophant and Chaos Hierophant. All three have assistants to help them with their duties. These are the sub-leaders. These assistants are of high rank, and we give them the title of Master. These Masters are the leaders of our temples. Each one of them is authorized to perform certain ceremonies in their own temple. Anarchy. Yes. The Importance of Meditation. Manual by Zasunush. The importance of meditation becomes noticeable when people of all ages admit that they are living a better, more peaceful life since they started to seek communion with the Serpent of Order. To apply the power of meditation to one's life, young student, obey the rules and follow them as they are written in this manual. I have gathered some guidelines that are easy to understand, so that thou mayest begin with these relaxing exercises without having to investigate any further. 1. Find thyself a place where thou wilt not be disturbed by anyone or anything. 2. Carefully spread the mat of meditation on the floor. Use only the prepared mats, for they are imbued with special powers to aid meditation. 3. Kneel and close thine eyes. 4. Concentrate on breathing very slowly and deeply. 5. Begin repeating the mantra, Isit. 6. 7. Do not let anything interrupt thee. 8. Continue with the mantras until thou dost feel total peace of mind, Isit. These lessons will lead thee to a much higher level of meditation. They will prepare thee for the climax of the test of discipline. Good meditation tips. Our Blessed Serpent Isle. I think we've read that one. Book of Discipline by Shorfrishatash. The ultimate wisdom of life may only be reached through discipline. It takes strength and concentration to follow the guidelines of discipline. Therefore, the weak and distracted mind will fail. The weak and distracted mind will not have the power to succeed, and only that power will take thee to the top. But there is no room for the weak at the top. Only the strong mind will find a place there. What else we got? A quartz Y shape of quartz. Now we have two Y shapes, but why? More serpent arrows, nice. And an automaton doing a little dance. Let's go down the stairs and I guess up the other end to see those. Hi, how are you? Unfinished. Discipline. Master. Punishment. No order. Alcoves. Pain. Cannot succeed. Failed. Duty. Punishment. Yes. Yeah, this is the Temple of Discipline, alright. Ooh, lots of brass cutlery. Nice. Yes, punishment, YGY. More buckets. And more books. Let's just see if there's anything unique here. Oh, okay. Squiggles. The War of Order and Chaos. No one truly knows what happened to cause the war between the forces of order and chaos. Definitely wasn't us. Tenets of Discipline. Precepts by Shishiro. One cannot master the world around him without first mastering oneself. A task left unfinished is a task failed. The means to succeed is brought about by discipline. Discipline brings about obedience. Obedience brings about order. The mind disciplines the body. Thank you so much, Shishiro. The War of Order and Chaos. It's the same copy. It is. The Symbol of Discipline by Charles. The Symbol of Discipline is a reminder of what we, the initiates of discipline, must strive for. Consisting of 3 prongs, they symbolize the following: mind, body, and environment. The mind is the first level of discipline. Without discipline of the mind, one cannot master the other levels of discipline. Discipline of the body is the second level of discipline, for one cannot master one's surroundings without first mastering oneself. The third branch of the symbol represents discipline of environment. This branch, added to represent the superiority of order, justifies the military presence here. If one can master oneself, one can then master the world around him and drive chaos out from his environment. The symbols here in our temple are not mere inspiration, however. The altar before the Serpent statue doth have upon it 2 slots. In order to ensure the security of our temple, the automatons are aided by a safeguard against defilers. Bolts of lightning fire from the altar unless the quartz symbol is placed in the slot on the left side. A bridge spanning the water around the statue is called into being if the obsidian symbol is placed in the right slot. If it is not there, none can gain access to the water of discipline. Right, so we didn't have to do the thing, cast spells to stop that lightning. We could have found this thing and plugged it into the slot. Do I want to read this? Yeah, this is what we're going to go through now, so sure. Disciplining Soldiers by Serpent. Yeah. It has become necessary to create a means of discipline our own soldiery. Though the soldiers we are given to work with are generally obedient and disciplined, on occasion an unruly soldier will appear in the ranks. It would be foolish to merely dismiss this able-bodied man, for in these times of war every hand capable of holding a sword must do so. Nay, dismissal is not the answer. What then are we to do with those who resist the teachings of discipline? By what means may we save this soldier from the lure of chaos, and place him firmly back on the path towards being a useful implement with which to smite the chaotic forces? With these questions, our master did challenge the wisest men in the temple. I, Serpent, did solve these challenges. I thought that there were more pages on this the first time I looked at it. Okay. Oh, I was reading this book. My Journey by Sharp Manor. Sharp Manor. Oh, if you continue Sharp Manor for longer than 4 hours, see your doctor. On my journey to find the Serpent Fountain, I was troubled many times with doubt about my quest. Was I doing the right thing? I was troubled many times, but was I talking... Sorry. Sharp Manor. How much longer could I resist the urge to accept failure? I hunted through the master's chambers, stared into the coffins of those who once cared for the temple, and searched the library for the keys and implements necessary to complete the quest. The master would only tell me 2 things: that I would have no reason to leave the temple, and that somewhere on the path my discipline would be tested. I speak only in generalities, lest my words be seen by the wild eyes of one undisciplined. I doubt not that such a person would die on the way to the water, but there are wards against death in all its incarnations. My discipline was indeed tested, and tested harshly. The key to completing my quest was perseverance. I had to search the same place many times and not admit defeat. I had to discipline my mind to keep it from wandering. The hardest part of the path to the fountain lay just before it, and I bear the scars on my feet, but, as is taught here, if one can only discipline the mind, the body can then be trained. I pushed the pain from my mind so that I did not feel the acid searing my flesh, eating away at my skin. Just wear shoes, my guy. When I finally did reach the fountain, the test was not over. To return to the temple proper, I had to brave the acid again. The test made me strong, obedient, disciplined. Had I failed, I would be as one of those whose hearts I seek to skewer, chaotic and undisciplined. Due to the lessons of discipline I had learned, I was able to not only force the pain from my mind as the acid tried to eat my legs away, but steel my flesh against it so that now only the soles of my feet bear mild scars. Just ask one of the automatons to get it. I don't know. Here we are. Body transference. The ultimate warrior. When a warrior has demonstrated unswerving discipline, the Order Hierophant may approve the creation of the ultimate warrior. The candidate must be willing to cast aside his or her own body in favor of that of an undying automaton. This is the highest honor of Order, to serve as Order's warrior through all time. The candidate shall be conducted to the chamber with all pomp and pageantry. Upon the left dais shall stand the inanimate automaton husk. The candidate shall ascend to the right dais after the transference button has been pressed. Once the bodies have been transferred, the final test of discipline must be completed. In this, the candidate must strike down the now empty husk that he or she formerly knew as his or her own body. Until this is done, the body transfer is not complete, and the process will reverse unless the organic husk is destroyed. Some few candidates may find themselves unable to withstand the transference, and as such would normally be considered failures. But it is the Order Hierophant's wishes that no stigma be attached to this weakness. The candidate shall be allowed to live the remainder of his or her life in service to Order, being an exemplar in all but the final test of discipline. We'll hang on to that book. Might come in handy. So let's put these things onto the pedestal. Y. Presumably a G would go there. And Y. Nothing happened. The obsidian one definitely did go in the right-hand slot. There's supposed to be a bridge forming here. I wonder if things are broken for some reason. It's not a double-click thing. But it didn't glow like the other one did. I hope our Dispel Trap spell didn't somehow dispel the trigger that's supposed to open the bridge. Because that would suck. Shall we try reloading? Happily, I won't have to reread all of those books. We know what's going on there. We'll just make a run for the Y-shaped objects. And see if it works properly this time. Yoink. Yes, hi, bye. Key. Not that one. We don't need to go there. think some of these books we might actually have to read as far as the plot goes to give us the right dialogue option, so I'll just skim through them. Certainly the Eternal Warrior thing about the mind transference. Y-shaped obsidian thing. Another key. Nothing there. Other Y-shaped quartz thing. Serpent arrows. Don't mind if I do. Can we put this on the altar now? Why is it not working? Has the game bugged out somehow because I'm Petra? Well, no, it shouldn't have, because I've come here to test that before, and also that lightning is still shooting us. Oh, PoppyCam 2 is disconnected, but Poppy is still hiding from us, so unfortunately, might not have a cat on camera today. Let's ask the magic orb, that thing about Carnax. Oh, magic orb, does Carnax have some kind of amnesia that caused him to forget what he read straight away and have to rely on his poor memory to recount what was on it? The magic orb reads, I would not count on it. Magic orb has a very high opinion of Carnax. Why is this not working? It is supposed to cause a bridge to appear. I've tried this before. Ow. Can we dispel destroy trap? We are supposed to be able to get through here. I mean, I can bypass it myself with shenanigans. What were the other books up here? Did we need anything from here? I don't think we need you for the clue. Yeah, read it. Yoink. Is it the right Y? It's supposed to be. We read it in one of the books, but like, can flip around. Oh! Okay, fine. Thank you, Stardrop. I feel like we tried that out already before we reloaded the save as well, though. Anyway. We can now go get ourselves some discipline water. Nice glowy key. Goes straight on my keyring. Never to be seen again. Let this be a final warning. Those who enter this room lacking in discipline will forfeit their lives. I'm fine. I'm made of metal. Look at the pretty acid. Acid! Oh no, what shall we do? I can bathe in this stuff. Put it on my cereal. It's not deadly at all. To me. Yes, I'm going to pretend that's what I meant and take credit. You're welcome, Stardrop. You have all of the credit. The acid looks cool. Yeah. Sparkly. Acid. Thou hast proven through thy discipline to be worthy. And there's a free bucket here. Drink thou of the fountain and feel the force of discipline flow through thee. It's not for me. It's for a friend. Water of Discipline. Let's get some for the road. It really looks like a suspicious wall there. Acid! Delicious acid! So with that enormous test over, we could return to Monk Isle and get Gwenno cured. Hi, Poppy. But first, a cat has appeared. Hi. Are you hungry? Would you like some biscuits and maybe you want to appear on camera for a bit? Let's go to just chatting. And Poppy Cam 1. Going to look out the window for a bit. There's buses going past and people talking. It's very interesting. Poppy Stream. Hello, Mzizzy. Welcome in. Is that a new Dax emote? Is that a new animated Dax emote? I love it. I mentioned softlocks in Sierra before, right? I was trying to finish Gabrielle Knight on stream. I was in day 10 and I found I was softlocked, so I had to load back a ton of times to avoid it. What should have been like 30-60 minutes turned into 3.5 hours for me to do the last day. Wow, Dr. Yasmin. Yeah, that's why after each stream I've been backing up my save games here, just in case, like, I mean, I know I don't, because I've only had that happen once back in the day, but I guess I'm just cautious these days that I need to keep a backup of the really old saves. Because there is a thing in Serpent Isle where you can talk to some ghosts early on, and unfortunately the ghosts have the dialogue of the Chaos Hierophant, who you're not supposed to talk to until way, way, way later, and it can set a flag that means that you can't talk to them later. Yeah, it's bad. Cat TV, yes, we're at the good part of the stream. Sounds bad. Yeah, it actually seriously got me back in the day because, of course, you didn't have the internet to just sort of look up on the forum, hey, am I stuck here? Like, I'm supposed to talk to this guy, but he's the guy that I talked to before, and he's not giving me the dialogue option that I need. Yeah, and it's so easy to run into those ghosts and just be like, oh, friendly ghosts, I'm going to talk to them. Moody Mystery, greetings, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm not doing too bad, actually, Moody. A combination of nice weather passing through, and it's slowly dawning on me that I have 6 days left at work with my current job. I'm not feeling too bad at all, actually. Doing well. That's good to hear. Good thing iron is impervious to acid. Fantasy iron imbued with magical properties. Yeah. Serpent Isle. That's great to hear, Neko. Thank you. Yeah, it feels good. Like each time, like initially when I handed in my notice, that was a big load off my shoulders. But then there's been periods where I've thought about it and gone, oh, hey, the last 7 years is drawing to a close, where it's like felt like another weight off my shoulders. It's the boiling frog in a pot, frog in a pot of boiling water analogy, but in reverse. Like I'm slowly unaccustoming to all of that weight as it comes off me. Everyone, quit your jobs in solidarity. Yes. The bosses cannot do the work without us. All they can do is make PowerPoint presentations and do inspirational speeches and force people back into the office. Handed in my notice. What is it going to do? What is it going to do? I'm going to quit. Like I am quitting. My notice of resignation, Moody. So the February 28th will be my last day at my current job. So we have Water of Discipline now. Let's go back to Monk Isle and force feed it to Gwenno and see if she recovers. Automaton friend number 2, could you use your regular sword and not the wand, please? Thank you. I'm saving all of those wands for some theoretical time when I really need them, which of course will be never, because I have lots of them, and they've all got lots of charges. But they seem like it's a limited use item, and I don't like using them because of that. Gwenno, how you doing? Blood everywhere! I have some water for you, would you like a drink? What a relief to see thee again, Poggers! I need a channel point redeem to make you use one of the ones. Yeah, like force me to use a particular bit of equipment or something. I've worked with a toxic employer before. I regretted staying for as long as I did. That's kind of the thing, YGY, yeah. Like, for me especially, change does not come about easily. I would very much just see myself staying there indefinitely as long as things didn't get too bad. But then you can get accustomed to the bad, and yeah, it's not good. Thank you for redeeming Magic Orb, Dr. Yasmin. Should James use one of the ones soon? You found a workaround. You found a workaround to my channel point redeems. Good old boiling frog, yeah. Delicious. I fear that thy work hath only begun. Batlin's deeds have only worsened the storms. Best of luck in your position. I hope you find a great position IRL. Thank you, Midi. I plan to take at least a week off to sleep, and then some time to just me stuff. I've been in a bit of a depression slump, and the stress at work has not helped that, and I actually need to rebuild a bit to get back to where I was 6 months ago. But once that's done, I think there shouldn't be too much problem finding a new role. Week off for daily stream, just kidding. Or, unless, I mean, it could happen, YGY, like energy levels. A lot of my energy has been funneled into work, and I need to set better boundaries there, but if it's no longer something that's diverting all of my energy, who knows what could happen. As the sand dwindles through the hourglass of fate, the danger will only increase. Thou must find the answer quickly, Avatar. Cool. Would you like to join? I will be of more use to thee if I remain here. I seem to have a talent for finding the information thou dost need. You chicken? Or have you seen what happened to my last set of companions and decided not to join? Okay, fine. How do you know of Batlin's deeds? Weren't you mad and or dead at the time? Until Batlin interfered, this land had no balance, but complete chaos was held in check until he loosed the Banes. I looked at my YouTube channel the other day and realized that last time I uploaded music was right before the layoffs at work last year. Maybe there's a correct connection there. Yeah, it can get that way, Calfish. I realized I hadn't read a book on my e-reader in about the same amount of time since certain changes happened at work, and a bunch of other things that were previously giving me joy, I'd either just not felt the urge to do, or I'd left them by the wayside, or I'd tried them but they weren't actually giving me that same feeling. Yeah. You gotta keep an eye on yourself. This channel is all about mental health awareness, so yeah, look after yourselves, people. And, you know, we've got like a game that's sort of also related to mental health if you happen to be possessed by an elemental force of wantonness. Unless balance is restored, this land shall die, and take every other world that touches it into the dust of oblivion as well. So what's the danger? Thou hast already experienced the power of the storms of imbalance. As time passes, this will increase in frequency and strength. After a further period of time, earthquakes will begin to tear the land apart, until at last it destroys itself. Sounds bad. The prophecies of Zenka speak of the storms of imbalance. Storms unlike any living man hath seen, storms whose result no man can predict. Ah, but we are no man, right, sister? I'm sorry, the prophecies are cryptic at best. What period of time? I do not know. These forsaken prophecies are so poorly written that I cannot make any headway in finding any reference to any other. I do not know who is responsible, the monks or Zenka herself, but I sometimes feel as if I could strike someone. Do you need more water of discipline? Because I have spares. That robe looks Christmas-ish. Yeah, she's still wearing the warm fur clothing that she was wearing up in the north. I guess when we pulled her out of the ice, she didn't have any change of clothing on her, and I guess the monks don't have any spare robes, so she's stuck sweating in that outfit for the rest of the game. What prophecies? The monks have recorded all of Zenka's visions. They keep this tome of wisdom within their chapel on the altar. It's very confusing to read. The language is vague and hard to understand. Much of it sounds like bad poetry. In fact, if Aeolo's songs were as bad, I would break his lute rather than allow him to afflict them on others. Ah, yeah. About Aeolo, you might be wondering where he is, and why I have these two automaton companions with me. Why myself, in fact, am an automaton. There's a lot to catch up on. Certainly. Automaton companions. Yeah, just a bunch of automatons out on the town, automatoning it up. What was the answer? According to Zenka's visions, the hero from another world will succeed through the use of powerful magic, the aid of spectres, and the implements of the Hierophant. Before the sands run down, we must find the meaning of these accursed riddles. What sort of powerful magic? I know not what a farm wife would consider great magic. For all I know, it could be as simple as lighting a candle, or perhaps she's referring to the power to trap souls. It would be so much more simple if Zenka would return and explain these infernal riddles herself. She is worse than Chuckles. It would be useful if she could return. The power of spectres, you say? For all I know, Zenka is talking about herself. All of these monks are convinced that she will return to help thee finish thy quest, while I wade through all these insane ramblings. What I need is to talk to her spectre and see if I can wring any sense of her out of her rather than these writings. Chuckles? Yeah, Chuckles, the jester in Lord British's court. Excuse me. Poppy's wandered off to the bedroom again, I think. What are these implements of the Hierophant? From what Karnax has told me, how, in the 1 second between me dumping a bucket of order water on you and me talking to you? A Hierophant was some sort of priest or holy man for these Ophidians. What tools would a holy man use? Something for blessing people, perhaps? I know not. I must search further for more clues. Okay. Certainly. So what about these Banes, then? The Banes are the splintered force of chaos. Thou wilt have to cage them again, as they were before Batlin came. 'Tis only a temporary solution at best. Perhaps I can consult the materials here on Monk Isle, and discover a way to rid this land of the threat entirely. How would we cage them? Thou shouldst go to Moonshade. Ah, yeah, about Moonshade. There's probably been a few changes since you were there last. Not sure if you're aware. If thou canst learn who gave Batlin the secret of trapping souls, I will try to learn what can make them able to withstand the forces that we wish to contain. What sort of materials would we use? The monks have said that they have an extensive library here. Perhaps, with all I have learned from my travels throughout the land, I can use their books and scrolls to find the answer. Moonshade. I do not believe that caging souls was possible within Britannia, therefore the spell must have come from this land. And where else but Moonshade would thou find a spell in this land? But they are a closed-mouthed lot. I wish thee luck. Well, some of them are quite open-mouthed now. Like, you know, their mouth is just hanging open in a pose of death from their last moments of screaming for their lives. What's the secret? Although I spent quite a bit of time within Moonshade, I heard nothing about such a spell. Since the mages are all basically vain, that must mean that the spell is a secret, or at least not common knowledge. Yeah, plus there's this empty spot in my spellbook around about the 6th level. I think something needs to go there. Certainly. Every world's going to be in danger, you say? Britannia, even thine home, Avatar, is in deadly peril. No world exists without influencing another, so all may be destroyed if New Cesaria dies. According to the mages of Moonshade, New Cesaria is the name of this land, Poggers, though it is often called Serpent Isle. The forefathers of all the people here were dissenters of Lord British's rule. I'm glad you know that. My companions had no idea. I came upon the ruins of civilization in many places during my travels. They all bore the mark of some serpent design or another. I noted there appeared to be a different serpent motif in different areas. Different serpent motif. One serpent always seems to crawl towards the left. Another serpent always crawls toward the right, and the remaining serpent always crawls straight. I have no idea if it means anything, but there was a difference between the ruins. And what was so bad about Lord British's rule? He unified everyone and forced them all to come together. It doth seem difficult to believe that they could be talking about the Lord British we know, but perhaps time runs differently here than in Britannia. Yeah, that's the usual excuse. Alright, bye. Hurry back. So we have to go to Moonshade to learn about trapping souls. Kantra, how are you feeling? How hungry I am! I don't know if we can... Where'd she go? Oh no, where'd she go? She could be lurking anywhere. Waiting to jump out and strike at us. Kantra? Kantra? Where are you? Creepy little girl. Creepy little girl yelling about blood. Where are you? Okay, she's vanished. Or at least she's hiding behind one of these walls, gonna jump out at us. Let's just leave a bucket of this water of discipline on the table here, and maybe we'll try it on her later. Maybe she's turned into an automaton too. Alright, we'll go back to base, and then we'll go to Moonshade and see what we can learn. I'm collecting buckets of everything here in this game, so add that to my collection. These are the lucky arrows I've got on me. These are serpent arrows. So, Moonshade, 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 this way. Oh, what did the ball end up saying about the wands? Good point. I completely forgot. What with all the dialogue tree. Oh, magic orb. Should James use one of the wands soon? The magic orb reads, "Trust thy friends not. Slay them instead, Avatar." Slay them with a wand, I guess. Put this on my belt. Grab this wand. There we go. So maybe Fedibiblio knows about trapping souls. Welcome in, Hairball. How are you doing? I'll give you a shout out too. And for good measure, Moody Mystery, I think we haven't shouted out yet. More wizardry, yes. You are fairly well. That's good to hear, Hairball. I am also fairly well. Fedibiblio. That's odd. Where's Fedibiblio at? He normally never leaves this place. There's Ale, who should not exist. Wait, who's this? Hello? Oh, Fedibiblio's decided to take over Gustachio's great place. Yeah, makes sense. You've got yourself a better house now. I approve. So good to hear that the Anarch has not yet slain thee, milady. How may I be of aid? Shimeno the Anarch. The first thing that thy monstrous companion did when he came into town was oust the Mage Lord and the Council of Mages. When they resisted his edicts, Shimeno killed them. Thou wouldst not believe it, milady. The Anarch simply deflected all their spells. They had no effect at all. The rangers became his instruments of chaos. Anything was allowed as long as one held a permit from the Anarch. I do not know how many of us are left now. It seems that most of the manors are abandoned, except he's moved into this one. Yep, okay. Bye. I guess you don't have what I'm looking for. If this parrot would stand still for a second, we could confirm that it is in fact... Hang on, can I just open the menu at the right point? Okay, it's just a parrot. It's not Ale the parrot. Weird. See, this is why I'm not using the wand. Because this is a fire wand, and it makes this crackly noise, which probably sounded better through like a proper Sound Blaster card back in the day. But it doesn't sound that great here. What a lightning wand, let's use that. I think those are quieter. Yes, lightning, well known for being quiet. Ah, Ducio, you're alive. Good to see you. Thou art alive. Thou hast survived the Holocaust. So many are dead. What is thy business? Holocaust? Thy companion Shimino did return to this place, and he was in a killing rage. Despite all efforts to stop him, he did murder everyone in our town, save for Tauricio, Andreo, and myself. So, do you still do business? Do you make stuff and things? What dost thou need? To buy? Look? To talk? Let's talk. Talk is free too, but I'm a busy man. I'm sure you've got a lot of things to build. No dialogue options, right? How about buying something? Can I buy? If thou seest something thou dost like, tell me. If thou desirest something I do not have, let me know. I can either make it for thee or direct thee to someone who can. What dost thou care to buy? Bread? The bread baked by mine automaton baker is very good and filling. I will sell thee a loaf to thee for 8 guilders. Dost thou accept? You're still using currency and things? Like, what are you going to spend it on? Milady, thou art a fine customer. Hast thou agreed to a price of 8 guilders, milady? Yes. How many loaves of bread would you like? 1. Thou dost not have enough guilders to purchase this. Yeah, I dumped most of our money because there's really no point in buying anything anymore. But I guess this guy still thinks that capitalism has a shot here. Why buy a bucket, lol? Yeah, there's buckets everywhere. Maybe Tauricio, the new mage lord. Oh, those mongbats. Maybe he knows something. I am not a sociable man, so this will be brief. What dost thou desire of me, and at what price? Do you know anything about soul trapping? So, thou dost seek to learn the ancient art of imprisoning souls within gems? Within gems? No, not me. I can give this to thee for a price, but I warn thee, the outcome may not be what thou dost expect. Uh-huh. And what price is that? Thou hast something which I want very much, Avatar. I detect that thou hast come into contact with a magical artifact which was taken from me, the Philanderer's friend, a wand of mysterious powers. Deliver the wand to me, and thou shalt have thy desires. This isn't like your last deal, right? Where you wanted to satisfy my desires. Hey, puppy. I don't know if she's showing up very well on the camera there. It's a bit dark on the view. But she's by the door. What sort of bad outcome could there be? Thou art not the first to seek this secret from me, adventurer. That fat fool Batlin purchased it from me too, and I gave him this warning. The gems are not powerful enough to contain any soul of great power. Should they fail, the soul released shall be very angry. Meow. Meow, puppy. Hello. And what is this ancient art? Pay the price, the philanderer's friend, and I shall reward thee. For now, I shall merely say that the spell was used by the ancient inhabitants of this land. They would remove their souls from their bodies and place them in inanimate objects. I can't imagine what that must be like. Alright, bye. Don't steal anything. Whoop, alligators. So we left it back in our base. We'll just zap through the magical gates and go get it. I hesitate to actually give Tauricio anything because he's liable to just double cross us. But whatever. We need to do this for the plot. Moonshade, this way. It is very handy being able to teleport around the place. If you have the means to do so, I highly recommend it. Oh, nope. Stay away, crocodile. Actually, no, it is an alligator, right? Yes. Let's lead it into the castle here. Come on in. Oh, he's gone. Where is he? Tauricio, where art thou? Man, I love the music in this game. Yeah, same. Okay, there's a lot of alligators out there. Perhaps we can deter them with the deter spell? Well, okay, they're deterred, but they're still blocking the door. Wombats. Here at the inn? I mean, Tauricio wouldn't be welcome here at the inn anyway, because Petra was always feeling like she was in danger of him. And I assume now, like, she doesn't have Rocco to protect her, or anyone to protect her, really. She's in a lot of danger from Tauricio. I kind of want to talk to her and see what happens. Because we can talk to her to see if we initiate the quest to go to the Temple of Discipline to get the water that we just got. And of course she has our face at the moment. And I'll just adjust the camera to grab Poppy because she seemed to sit on the floor at the moment. There we go. Aiding thee is mine only solace. How may I be of service, milady? I'd like some acid. Yes, I know what acid is, milady. We don't serve any here. It is a corrosive liquid that is very detrimental to human flesh and most metals, except mine. In case you haven't noticed, you're not really made of metal anymore. Dost thou desire mine help, milady? Yes. Let me see if I understand thee correctly. Thou wishest me to accompany thee to an ancient temple. Once there, I will take thy form, and thou wilt take mine, for a brief period of time. It sounds intriguing. I shall discover, if only for an instant, what it is to truly be human. If thou dost wish it, then I shall accompany thee. Perhaps the danger shall cause me to forget my grief. Cool. Bye. So we've got Petra in our party now. And there's my two automaton buddies. And there's Petra, who has normal human flesh and is quite naked, except for the modesty onesie. And she doesn't have much by the way of stats. She's level 1, combat is low. But hey, you know, like, maybe we'll keep her in the party and we'll let her gear up a bit. Still, we need to find Tarisio and learn about trapping souls. Okay, Mongbats, I've had enough. No, don't worry about the alligators. Oh, there you are, Tarisio. I'm not a sociable man, so this will be brief. What dost thou desire of me, and at what price? I desire to give you this magic wand. Oh wait, hang on, this might be the wrong dialogue choice. I perceive that thou hast the device stolen from me years ago. It is called the Philander's Friend. I'm not sure why, but someday I shall understand its secrets. Good! Thou hast brought it with thee, and now I shall take it! I have it! Hey. Secrets. We had a deal. Soul trapping. So, thou dost seek to learn the ancient art of imprisoning souls within gems? I can give this to thee for a price, but I warn thee, the outcome may not be what thou dost expect. Yes. Ancient art. Knowledge shall be thine, Avatar. The secret is that souls can be imprisoned within gems. Only worm gems will do. Oh, not gems, then. Ooh. Wow. You're clawing the furniture. It's her furniture anyway, it's fine. Only worm gems will do, and even these must be first enchanted with the spell which I give thee now. On this scroll thou shalt find the spell for creating soul prisms. Transcribe this to thy spellbook at the first opportunity, for I shall not give thee another. What are worm gems? Such gems are made, not found in nature. Seek out Ducio the artisan, if he yet lives. He fashions the gems for me when I have need of them. Alright, bye. Don't steal anything. I wouldn't dream of it, Tarisio. I wouldn't dream of stealing stuff straight out of your inventory with the vibrate spell. Oops. You seem to have dropped all of your spells, Tarisio. Including, I've got the Philander's Friend back. Yoink. In fact, Petra could have this backpack, because she needs one. And we've got the Sword Strike spell now. Plus a spare Crate Automaton spell scroll. He even had some worm hearts on him, how nice. We can't pick up the Paralyze or the Lightning Bolt, unfortunately. It looks like he had some potions. And is that... that's just a chair. Thieving scoundrel! Okay, whatever. He's still alive. There we go. You won't be bothered by him anymore, Petra. I think that was actually Petra trying to use the Sword Strike spell, yeah. She didn't manage to use it, which is probably a good thing. Let's just stash that in the Avatar's backpack, shall we? Woo! There's something under there. Nothing. What you doing, Bob? What you doing? Right, so let's go back to our base once again, because we've left all of our worm hearts there. Really could have prepared better, but no matter, it's fine. We'll go do that and get ourselves some soul prisms made. Calm down now? Yeah, more calm? Let's see, so we can gear Petra up as well, actually. Here's 22 worm hearts, that should be enough. And some gear for you. You can have that, and that, and that, and one of those. You might find yourself needing some warm clothing. And what I might do is actually do the stat thing on Petra here, so we can have her as a companion more permanently. But I might do that later, or off stream even, because it can be a bit tedious. But here, have some warm clothing. Just in case. Like, I don't know if she's going to feel the cold, because I'm not feeling the cold, right? And you need some armor. We still haven't found much in terms of magical armor chest pieces, which sucks. And you need a weapon. Perhaps a ranged weapon. You can be the replacement Shimino. Let's see. We need to make some ammo. Shimino and Dupre and Iolo are still on ice, and I'm just going to leave them like that for now. They need to be punished for being naughty. Book. Create ammo. $73 arrows, good. Yes. Strangely, crate ammo is 6th circle, but enchanting the ammo is only 3rd circle. Right, she's loaded up now. Automaton friend, other automaton. No, put that in your backpack. And yes, we can ditch this stuff we don't need. Cool, sorted. Back to Ducio, and we'll get those soul gems made. Aw, look at Puppy. Flopped out. Getting some quality floor time. Alright, Ducio. Let's turn these worm hearts into special gems. What a strange request. Yes, I can make thee a worm gem, if thou dost desire. 'Tis a simple matter when thou dost know the secret. And you're gonna tell us the secret? Boggers? Worm gem. Take thy gem. Well, I need 3 of them. That's 1. Worm gem. It's not a strange request now. You've heard me make that request several times. Worm gem. Okay, so clearly he's got to pathfind or something and he's getting stuck. Worm gem. His mind's a bit addled after seeing everyone get killed, I think. There we go. So we have 3 of these worm gems. And the Create Soul Prism scroll, which we are going to transcribe right now. Let's have a look. Ah, there it is. 4th circle. So how many spells are we missing? We've got a full book. Almost. We're missing 4th circle spell, which I think is the Seance spell. 5th circle spell. Not sure. And that's it. Okay, so we've got the things. We want to create Soul Prism. Let's put them on the table here and do it there. It went from a ball shape into a, well, prism shape. Kind of squarish. Diamond, maybe. Alright, we've got those. We've got that Horn of the Gwenny. We've got some books, bread, blah blah blah. Virtues, anti-virtues, yes, yes. Now, I guess we go back to Karnax. And then we're going to have to get to the various other temples to get their magical waters. And I might leave it at that point. Because, yeah, we've done things in the stream. It's been a stream. I don't quite have the stamina for super long streams yet. We'll see if that changes once I'm less employed. What was I thinking? Petra's in our party, but that's fine, we like Petra. Next stream we can try out the body swap thing just to see if that does work. And see if it'll let us go into the Dream Realm again and do the shenanigans there. I want to actually go back to the Dream Realm and do that because we skipped it. But yeah, we don't need to be a human for the Temple of Tolerance where Mortagro is stranded. But we get a bunch of other stuff if we are human and we can cast Serpent Bond. So yeah, next stream we'll mess around with the body swapping thing. But for now, let's go back to Karnax and see what he says about these here soul prisms. If I can find the damn monks anywhere. You work in the fields? No. What time is it? It's late. Maybe they're at the movies. They are at the movies. Where is... what's her face? Draxter. Hey, Draxter, could we have a movie, please? Welcome again, hero from another world. Thy destiny hath brought thee to the place of Zenka's wisdom. Zenka? Zenka is a very wise woman, O Great One. Divine visions came to her to warn us of the end of our world. It was she who foresaw the coming in the place of visions, though she never told us that she foresaw leaving us. Where's this place of visions? The place of visions is upon the very northwestern edge of the fields, O Great One. Thou wilt know it by the benches placed before the great wall. I recall the last night we saw Zenka. I was there for her last 3 visions. Wouldst thou like me to show thee a vision? Now hold on. The other monks, I forget which ones, but I thought it was implied that the other monks had never seen Zenka in person because she vanished a long time ago. And they were just trying to interpret her writings. But Draxter here was best buds with her. But yes, let's watch a movie on the big screen, please. Journey to the place of visions, and I shall meet thee there. Yes, I'm here. Visions? From the first vision, Zenka said, the hero from another world must triumph, even in her dreams. I can tell that thou succeeded. The very voice of the universe sings as though thou didst move through it. I haven't done that one yet, actually. After the second vision, Zenka said, the hero from another world must cast aside her prejudice and follow those of the Fellowship into the truth of beauty. Following the third vision, Zenka said, the hero from another world shall need a thief and a braggart as her ally. I must admit it, I find that hard to believe. Okay, bye? Can I have a vision, please? Vision. Silence, please. We shall now begin the movie. Listen to the song of the void, which whispers of events both past and present. She's the only one who knows how to operate the projector. Behold the vision! That went very quickly. Could you put it back again? No, I have to talk to her all over again. Okay. But you all saw it. It's the one with Petra walking through the acid. Hang on, there are rooftop tables set up on this bit. But how does one access this part of the roof? Like I was saying, the monks could open a little rooftop cafe and it'd be really cool, like up there. They have stairs that... Okay, we've got stairs here. There we go. Yes. So I was actually intending to speak to Karnax. Karnax? No. There you are. Time grows short, my daughter. I shall aid thee as I can. Actually, no, we were talking with Gwenno, weren't we? We just talked with Gwenno. He's hiding behind Karnax. I've been doing much study, Poggers. There's much I must tell thee before the sand runs down in the hourglass of fate. Avatar, I have found a most intriguing scroll that tells of some sort of mystic connection between the Banes and the ancient temples. Could you join now? I will be more of use of thee if I remain here. I seem to have a talent for finding the information thou dost need. Okay, so what connection is there? Before thou canst redeem thy faithful companions, thou must take the soul cages and bathe them in the water of the temple that is connected to that bane. And while thou art at each temple, according to the scroll, there is a device of some sort through which thou canst divine the location of each bane. Yeah, I actually saw that device. They're at the Temple of the White Dragon. Castle of the White Dragon. Once again, Avatar, I have nothing further that can aid thee. I have been unable to find any more references to devices within the temples. I can find tallies of grain given to the temples, or lists of stonework hired by each temple caretaker, but I can find nothing else to help thee. I will keep searching. And bathing. I'm unfamiliar with this word. The soul cages, prisms, that thou dost have, cannot withstand the powers of beings such as the Banes. Only a prism purified by the water of the appropriate temple can hold each Bane. Otherwise the prism will be ineffective. And these temples are where? Karnax did tell me that Migim doth have maps. He lies! He does not! To the various temples. Apparently each temple was dedicated to one of the 6 virtues of the Ophidians. Thou shouldst seek out the correct temple before thou canst defeat the Banes. And what do you think about these Ophidians? Ophidians is the word that Karnax uses for the people that once dwelled in the Serpent ruins throughout the land. I do not know if it is their name for themselves, or it is a name that he concocted for them. Well, Karnax is always concocting stuff, but I've actually travelled back in time and can verify for you that they do in fact call themselves Ophidians. He doesn't want you touching his maps with his unbathed hands, yeah. It'd be nice if they had those little round tables with the red and white tablecloths. Yeah, it would start her up. They might be in the game still. Maybe in Fawn? I think there's some in Fawn, but I could be wrong. I assume that they have repurposed a lot of the sprites that were in the Black Gate for some of the newer, fancier things that they wanted in Serpent Isle. So you don't get quite as many varieties of bed or whatever, I don't know. The Iron Fawn at the pub, yeah. Dr. Yasmin, you are determined to find Karnax's lies. We'll ask in a second. What do you think about Karnax? Karnax is quite pompous. He's more inclined to lecture me than to help. But I will gladly suffer his speeches if they can help me find the way to restore mine husband. His knowledge of the history of these islands hath been invaluable. Alright, bye. Oh, Magic Orb. Before we end the stream for tonight, one more question, please. Is Karnax correct about the Ophidians? The Magic Orb reads, Trust thy friends not. Slay them instead, Avatar. This one has been coming up a lot. Is this thing broken? Alrighty. Well, let's have a seat. And we will save here. Is it broken or is it extra working? Yeah, it's very finely tuned to current events. But we'll save there. And thank you everyone for coming by to today's stream. We have one more stream while I'm working, and then after that we are free to, well, look for other jobs, I guess. That will have to come eventually, but yeah, we will have possibly a lot more mana available for fun things like streaming, which will be nice, because I like doing this. I like doing this a lot. It started out as just a way to socialize during COVID times, and it's turned into something I really actually enjoy doing and gives me serotonin. So yeah, it's nice. Shall we have a look to see who is streaming? I ultimately want to make myself a special rating out screen where it will give me some suggestions. But for now we're doing it like the boring, manual, clunky way. Useless City is playing Prey, but we did raid Useless City last week. G-Funk's playing Monkey Island. Pixel Turkey's Grim Fandangoing, that's nice. Where should we go? Arky's playing Visage again. Can you finish that? Dun, 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 dun. I was playing Poppy Playtime, which is fun because it's got the word Poppy in it. But it is in fact a sort of a horror game. not really retro either. What could we do? Let's say hi to the G-Funk. Hi, Monkey Island. Wait. Yeah. So, thank you everyone for being here. He's playing Return to Monkey Island before. Yeah, G-Funk's always good. And he's often around because he streams a lot. I don't know how he has the stamina. I'm going to try and log off soon too. Well, oh, sorry, people are also doing other suggestions. Red Goblin is fun and he's playing Disco Elysium. Ooh, I could get back into a Disco Elysium at some point, but I feel like I need some sort of emotional buffer there before I get back into it. You going off too, Poppy? Okay, bye-bye. Stream's over, cat's gone away. No cat on camera means no more stream. So here's raid call. You can do that if you like. We'll go raid the G-Funk. Good stream, Neko. Thank you, Dr. Yasmin. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone. It's always nice. Take care. Hope the weather's improving. I'll see you next week. Bye. Poppy rated another stream. Yes.